Hello, everyone. My name is Joseph Bedard, and this is Car Crash Out, a show where basically I talk about car problems, car maintenance tips, or people just being dumb, and by the end of it, I'll probably end up crashing out. So let's see how this goes. Today, we're not actually going to be talking about anything specific to an individual, rather, we're going to be talking about manufacturers themselves. So let's go back. What's the year? 2026. Let's go back about 30 years and look at cars from that era. Did they look good? Nah, that's kind of personal opinion depending on the brand. However, the inside, golden. That's like golden age type of stuff. You had the option of digital display, but most of them were analog. You had buttons everywhere to do everything. You knew where everything was and how to do it. All good. No screens, no distractions. Everything was great. The only distraction you'd have is when your kid turned on the overhead light and you'd have to tell them it was illegal so they would turn it off. That was the only distraction you would have in a car. Well, sometime in the terrible era of cars, probably after 2010, some genius was like, yo, what if we put a tablet in a car? And better yet, there's even a law about using phones, so this breaks that law as a loophole. It's also cheaper. Who wants a touchscreen in a car? Look, I get it. If you still have your buttons like they did from like 2010 to 2015-ish, you still had the buttons there to be able to mess with your radio, mess with your climate control, mess with your heated seats if you wanted for the driver, and then the passenger could use the touchscreen. That's fine. That's understandable. You still have the option of buttons. However, whoever was like, yo, these buttons, get rid of them. Too expensive. A 2-cent button on a $55,000 car? Nah, too much. Get rid of that. Oh, that's stupid. But let's talk. Okay, we've talked about buttons, right? Buttons, great. Touchscreen, bad. Terrible. However, let's shift gears to more modern times of how manufacturers are being absolutely unconsumer friendly. And that's with subscription services on your car. Let's talk about that for a second. BMW tried something where they wanted you to pay monthly subscription to use heated seats, something that was already in the car. You don't pay your heated seats? You didn't pay your heated seat? Well, it sucks for you. You're gonna be cold. Who thought of that? And then Volkswagen was like, yo, let's one step further. We have this car that can produce this amount of horsepower, this amount of speed, this amount of comfort. It's great. However, if you don't pay a subscription service to this, we're gonna electronically lock your car to this speed instead. Who thought that was a good idea? I don't understand. Manufacturers these days are being so unconsumer friendly, it is absolutely ridiculous. Bring back my buttons, bring back the car that I paid for, and don't lock stuff behind subscriptions. If I wanted a subscription, the only thing I will pay for a subscription is Disney Plus, maybe Amazon Prime, just for free shipping on my mom's plants and stuff that she buys, and Netflix maybe, just to watch Arcane so then I can then unsubscribe. That is the only thing I'll pay for subscriptions. Otherwise, nah, I'm not paying a subscription for my car. I'll go back to the 90s when buttons were a thing and they felt so nice to use. They even had sliders sometimes. It was great. You know what they else had? You know what else had? Toyota had something. There was an air vent right under the steering wheel that would blow directly at you to cool you down. It was fantastic. But now car manufacturers are like, what's the cheapest thing we can send out and then get the most amount of money back? Anyways, this has been Joseph Bedard with Car Crash Out. I hope that I've entertained you somehow, and I need to go get a drink of water before I overheat. I will see you later.